Yeah, okay, I get it. It's not my pretty face sitting here in front of my awesome vault, but I have, according to my calculations, 5.6 metric craploads of assignments to do this weekend, so this is all you're getting. Today, I'm looking at a movie that has had mixed reviews, and this means I actually have to form an opinion on it instead of just watching what everyone else has said and regurgitating it like the scat that I am. Back on topic, the film I'll be reviewing today is 300. Yes, I know. You've probably seen 300 and thinks it's an awesome, meme-spawning masterpiece of unparalleled manliness. Well, I'm here to tell you that I didn't mind it. It was alright, okay, nothing to write home about, I guess. Now, I'm sure that most of you have probably left a hateful comment by now, but if you haven't, just stick around, because I think I can justify myself, starting with the story. What, you actually thought I was going to play it? Okay, so the story of 300 actually isn't that bad. Sure, it might be a bit simple, but it's still entertaining. A woman who was born in a man's body is pissed that she was born in a man's body, so she decided to take over the world with an army of the ugliest people you have ever seen to make her look better. So she attacks Greece and sends a message to the people of Sparta saying that Xerxes is coming to enslave them all. However, the king of Sparta, Leonidas, played by Gerard Butler, isn't a fan of this and voices his opinion by creating a meme that has standed the test of time.
This is Sparta!
So anyway, Sparta doesn't want to go to war because it's tradition or something. So Leonidas takes 300 of his greatest men to fight Xerxes the God King. Now, this might sound epic, and trust me, the movie has you believing it's epic for a long time. And this is where the movie falls apart for me, but we'll get back to that later. Now, I'm going to talk about the performances. And once again, they weren't all that bad. The actors do an excellent job of being arrogant dicks that think they're indestructible. My only problem with the performances is that there's no character development. They start as dicks and end as dicks. The only character who seems to have any kind of arc is a deformed guy who wants to be a Spartan, but can't because he can't hold a shield high enough. Alright, so the best bit of this film was definitely the acting, because it's actually pretty good, and the actors at least make the characters fun to watch while they're being arrogant dicks. The standout performance is definitely Michael Fassbender, because he's Michael Fassbender, and that's what he does. Now here's one of the reasons why I didn't like the film. It's really repetitive. The majority of the film takes place in the exact same location, and it's not that interesting. Just a brown cliffside overlooking the ocean. It might be cool for the first action sequence, but after a while I realized the whole movie was going to take place in the same location. It gets really tedious. But the worst part of the film is that it's only 40 minutes long. But wait, I spent a good 2 hours in the theater. Well, that's because 60% of the movie is in slow motion. Now, you're probably thinking that I'm exaggerating to get my point across, and although I don't have the exact number, I reckon I'm pretty damn close. Now, don't get me wrong, I think slow motion is cool, but when it's overused, it just comes off as, well, slow. Every single action sequence in the film has slow motion in it, which is funny because most of the film is an action sequence, and even some of the non-action sequence scenes are done in slow motion. For example, there's a scene where Leonidas' wife is talking to a diplomat to try and get his vote. After he leaves, she dips her hand in the water, and for some reason they put it in slow motion. I just don't understand why. Okay, so in case you didn't know, Zack Snyder, the guy who directed this movie, is also directing the upcoming Man of Steel film, which also happens to be a movie based on a comic book that's about a muscly man in a red cape and underwear. And until this movie, I was super excited for it, but now I have my worries. Slow motion Superman is cool, but only if it's conservative. So anyway, I'm going to give this film a 6.5 out of 10. It's not insanely bad, but it does make some terrible choices along the way. And without spoiling anything, this film has zero payoff at the end. I mean zero. At the end of this movie, you find out that everything they have done up until this point is worth nothing. And then, it has the tenacity to tease you with something you've wanted to see for the entire movie, and then it ends.
Stop me! This is madness! Madness. This is Sparta! 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 darkness.